What is this shit ass music? Let me show you how it's done.
Who is that? DJ.
What is this shit ass music? Let me show you how it's done.
Who is that? DJ.
What is this shit ass music? Let me show you how it's done.
Yo, what's going down? I'm your host, D, the hardest working host in the game, and hopefully y'all can hear me, man. I'm so sorry about the lateness. I could not do this show. It's been a while since I did this show, and I didn't have no intro. I had to bring Big Daddy in, you know what I'm saying, with some class and some style, you know what I'm saying? So once again, shouts out to everybody in the chat. You now on Real Talk with Deeds, man. Let me get a little bit closer, man. I'm feeling like you can't really hear me. And that fan is loud as fuck. I don't know what all that noise is, y'all, but we gonna fight through it. So tonight, y'all, we gonna basically kind of do like the can you hear me?
Hear ya.
Huh?
Hear ya.
Y'all can hear me? Okay, good. So tonight, man, on Real Talk, we're gonna have, like I said, a very sensitive conversation. We're gonna start off with sensitive conversation and then we're gonna freestyle. But in the meantime, in between time, man, you already know I'm your host, Deeds, the hardest working host in the game. You could be doing anything on the Sunday, but you're hanging with your man Deeds and Big Daddy, man, and that's all that count, man, because we out here. So without no further ado, let me go ahead and bring the man of the hour in, man, so we can have some good conversation, man. We got Big Daddy in the building. Shots out, give it up.
I mean, it's only right.
You know what I'm saying? We doing it real talk with D's and shit. You know how we do it, man. That's how we rocking. You feel me?
We got to make it known to them. What's going on, y'all? How you feeling? How you living? D, what's good, my guy? You already know what it is.
Man, man, we've been getting it in this weekend. Trying to do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of real talk yesterday on D's Music the show. You know what I'm saying? Had a blast on Friday night, with karaoke with R3AL, man. It's been a good weekend, man. I'm looking forward to doing more of this. So we might as well kick into it, man. Tonight's topic, Big Daddy, is going to be, let me go ahead and bring basically mass shootings, whether it's school shootings, mass shootings in general, how we feel about it, how people are preparing their families and their children and things like that. Basically what people think about it. I want to make sure that I drop some facts on y'all. When you're doing this type of show, you want to make sure that, I'm not just, going by personal opinion. Now, once again, you guys, before we get started, here's the disclaimer. These are our opinions. You know what I'm saying? You take it for what it's worth. Everybody has a right to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? We can either, we can agree to disagree. So once again, we're gonna have an open forum. If you want to go ahead and come up and add your 2 cents in, you know what I'm saying? Please make sure that you just, I ain't gonna say keep it PG, but try to be classy as possible. You know what I'm saying? All right. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and look at some of these facts. So if we had to describe what a mass shooting is, y'all. Can y'all see that? Is it on? All right. So a mass shooting is basically defined as an incident in which 4 or more people are shot and killed, excluding the shooter. What prompted me to do this, man, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I'm not really I don't watch the news a lot and shit, man, because it's very depressing. So I choose to kind of live in my own bubble. But man, I caught wind of what happened in Texas, man. Kids, bro, kids. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm not saying that all mass shootings and things like that don't hit home, but kids, man, we talking about kids, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just kind of made me feel some type of way, and I feel like people will talk about other shit, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to stuff that's happening a lot, that's on a major, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about mass shootings, everybody lose their life to certain things, and nobody should lose their life for no reason. But what I'm saying, we talking about kids, bro. Something at some point in time, somebody got to say something about something. Let me go ahead and get shots out to the room, Big Daddy. I don't want to be rude and shit and hop right into it.
Do your thing.
I want you to gather yourself and, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for this topic. And then we're going to be going into other topics throughout the night, man. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to get this one because this is the hardest hitting one, out the gate. So shouts out to Life's Magical Journey. We got R3AL in the building. Let me go ahead and check out some of these chats and get caught up. Sorry, y'all, for being late. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I had an intro. So I literally just did that intro right before the show. And I didn't get a chance to do everything that I wanted to do to it. But I felt like it served its purpose.
Yeah,
Minion in the building. Shouts out to Minion, my better half in this building. It's been a great weekend so far, man. It has. It's been an awesome weekend. Party beginning. Oh yeah, we gonna have some music tonight, y'all. Matter of fact, I think to set the tone, let me see if y'all can hear some of this music in the background. If y'all be able to hear us while we talking. Now, see, I normally record this show, y'all, so it's easy for me just to throw the music over it after I record it. So this is going to be the first time I'm trying to incorporate music live into this. So I'm going to need y'all to tell me if y'all can still hear us. Or if you can actually hear the music. Big Daddy, can you hear the music?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Is it too loud? Is it overwhelming?
It's low, but I can still hear it. Like,
how about that? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
And can you hear the music?
Yeah, it's a nice balance.
Okay. All right, y'all. So once again, you listen to the sounds of D-Field music. I know we're talking about a serious subject, but if I was talking to Big Daddy on a normal thing, we'd probably have some music bumping in the background and we'd just be chatting it up. He'd have his 1750. I have my 1800. You know what I'm saying? And And that's what we be doing, man. So shouts out to R3AL. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody. Richard in the building. What's going on, man? Give yourself a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? For being here. All right, man. Y'all ready to jump into this topic, man? All right. Always fucking something, bro. All right, so then we just gonna cut that shit off there.
Can't hear you.
What is this shit ass music? Let me show you how it's done.
All right, y'all. We go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you got it's just low.
I'm low.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? You can hear me. You can hear me, but I'm low.
It's starting to raise a little bit. I don't know. You might have pressed something that it lowered your vocal audio.
Webcam, man. Why do it always do that? No, it's not. It's going to the right thing. Y'all, I'm not gonna let this get to me tonight. I promise you. Can y'all hear me now? No, it's not. It's still not doing it.
I can hear you, but it's just like it's.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. What the fuck is going on, bro?
When you first started, like the pitch was high, like I could hear you perfectly. I don't know.
Yo. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it sounds like some like static a little bit.
Oh my god.
Want to try to refresh it and then come back in?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I think. Wow. All right. Hey, I'm gonna refresh it and come back in.
But what's going on, everybody? If y'all can hear me, how you feeling? How you living? My lady, Mrs. EC in the building. How you doing, mama? Love you. Queen V, Minion, JM, Rich, R3AL, whoever else is up in here. If I haven't seen you, what's going on? Right? You know, this is what we do. You know, we gotta support our family. We gotta hold it down. You know, whenever they have you know, these type of things going on and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'm using my my new laptop that I just bought. I don't know if you guys were in the Battle of the Beats, the first one, but my third act, which was Sir LJ, I actually was able to get this laptop that you guys see me operating off of from him. He had a friend of his that worked at the job, and she had a laptop for sale, 300 MacBook Air 2015. So he was like, "Look, I know you need a new laptop, you know, for all the streaming that you're going to be doing, especially with your channel and stuff." So he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna talk to her, see if she can hook up a deal, because she was selling it for 350. So he was like, you know, I talked to her. She's gonna sell it to you for 300. I'm like, what? 300? Bet. So here it is, and I'm loving this thing. So everything from here on out with all my streams, the debate table, Battle of the Beats, is gonna be just like this. I can do all the different setups and stuff like that. I can do the pulling up multiple screens, because I can't do it on my other MacBook. So I'm loving this thing right now. So money well spent, 300 on them. Flex, what's good, my guy? Hold up. Flex is in the building, so you know if he gonna flex, I gotta flex too. What's good, my guy? I see you in the building. Yo, make sure y'all go check out Det Flex, man. He's a real dope content creator, man. His streams are like out of this world. I have so much love and respect for him and everything that he's doing. He can't always make my streams, but you know, when he does come through, he does show a lot of love and support. So make sure y'all go check him out, man. He's real dope too. I mean, check everybody out. Everybody that's doing their thing right now, and you know, just out here, just working hard, getting money, living lovely. I mean, check them all out. You know, like I said, that's why I wore the shirt tonight. We gotta let them know we out here.
I mean, we out here, man. Can y'all hear me now, man? Please tell me you can hear me now.
Yeah, I think the Sandman came and you know, he took you away for a minute. So
no, I'm gonna tell you what it is, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. It's that spirit trying to keep that good conversation out the air. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? It's trying to stop that movement, man, for people being aware of what's going on. That flex in the building, what's going down, sir? How you doing? Man, make sure you check my man streams be cracking, man. I felt like, you know, I went in there. I'm talking about cracking all like cracking. Make sure you go ahead and check him out, man. His streams, because he have a lot of support streams, man. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely like that. I haven't had a chance to really sit back because he be on like when I'm at work, when I'm working and shit. But I'm definitely gonna get a chance to check you out, man. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, y'all. I still feel like I need some music, man. Like I'm out of my element without no music. So I'm gonna be hard-headed. And I'm gonna try it again, y'all. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what these do, because like,
you know what? It's kind of like play it, but just kind of have it like in the background, like how, you know, you have one of those lounges,
yeah,
one of those bars when you just had that argument with your spouse and stuff like that, and you're sitting there like, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I'm gonna cut it down, y'all. Hold on.
Like whatever you did there, that's perfect.
Right
What
there.
is this shit?
Yeah, it's good now. Like we could, everything is balanced. Now you just gotta.
All right. So
make sure when we do Battle of the Beast 2 that you crank them systems up. We need truck volume for BDBG.
Yeah. Hey. All right, y'all. All right, we're gonna be taking on a serious subject, damn it.
Yeah, I want that audio to blow people away. Like, oh, whoa, hey.
Okay. Y'all, before we start, I want to make sure everybody in the chat can hear us talking. Let's see. Let me go ahead. All right, here we go. Let's get it, man. So let me go ahead and drop some more facts, yo. So as I said, man, back to the topic. As you can see, a mass shooting is basically is defined as an incident in which 4 or more people, so whether it's a school shooting, just anywhere, whatever the case may be, if there's 4 or more people, that's considered a mass shooting. Now, between 2009 and 2020, 1,363 people in the U.S. were killed and 947 were wounded in 240. Did y'all hear what I said? I said 240 mass shootings.
What is this shit ass music?
I don't know what's going on with the world today, man. And did you know that at least 362 of those people that were killed were children and teens? RCs, man. And then roughly 30% of those mass shootings were entirely public places like school, malls, or bars. To the point to where those people who got kids like me, I feel comfortable sending my child to school. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, first it was the damn pandemic, and we always had school shootings. And let's be real, because of the color of our skin, we always a threat to not come home. Let's just keep that shit 100.
Yeah.
And that's the shame, man. Look at all the elements that we got to fight against. You know what I'm saying? About 1/3 of those mass shooters were prohibited from possessing firearms, which means they shouldn't even have a goddamn gun. Now, I'm not political at all. This is not a political show, y'all. I'm gonna be another disclaimer. I'm the least political person you can know, but I do know the difference between right and wrong, and I got that other eye open and I pay attention. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being said, we all know that. You see, hold on, man. Let me see. 56% of mass shooters showed dangerous warning signs before shooting. So basically, they didn't show somebody that they was crazy, or they didn't reach out to somebody, and people just ignored it.
Who is that?
Oh, Terrell said the music's a little loud.
A little too loud?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. You know what I'm saying? 56% of mass shooters show dangerous warning signs. So, you know, it could be somebody sitting next to you. They can randomly say, man, I'm tired of this shit. I feel like shooting everybody up. And you just thinking they just talking. You know what I'm talking about? It's almost like that Scarface song and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When he was riding with his boy and shit, man, and his boy was drinking and shit. I'm gonna get the name of that song, man. But the long story short is his friend ended up killing himself, and he told him before he was about to kill himself, like, man, I'm about to do this. And he didn't think, he was like, man, I didn't think he was serious.
Let me show you.
You know, that's the thing about it, man. Shit like that be happening, yo. And you know, mass shootings involving assault weapons or high capacity magazines were far deadlier. You know, let's think back to Waco, Texas, and all of that stuff. That when that to me that was kind of the start of a trend. Waco, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? And then from there on, there's so many copycat people out here doing shit. You know, mass shootings that involved an assault weapon. Did you know that it accounted for 25% of all mass shooting deaths and 76% of injuries? That's crazy. Assault weapons. You know, I'm talking about shit that police had to up their game because people was pulling out assault weapons and shit. Now they got a whole army worth of shit now. Remy in the building. Shouts out to Remy. Shouts out to Richard. Don't forget about, I know I'm taking pause. This is weird. I feel weird doing this, but it's still a show, y'all. Make sure you go ahead and tune in to the Battle with the Beats June 19th. And I'm gonna let Big Daddy weigh in on some of this before we get into some more of these facts.
Yeah, Terrell said turn it down one more notch.
One more notch?
Yeah. She's trying to get her afternoon nap in. She said, baby, that music is too loud now. I can't get my rest.
I'm gonna have to work on the. I'm gonna do a test run next week, y'all. So I could get the music just right. No need for anyone to be in the possession of an assault of semi-autos. Well, I agree and disagree with that statement. It depends, man. I think most of the problem is that, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not gonna lie, man. During the pandemic, I went and got my shit. I was ready. You know what I'm saying? Lights go out and shit, motherfuckers come and try to raid. I'm ready. You feel me? I mean, mine is strictly to protect my family, but you got motherfuckers out here that's just doing shit for no reason, stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I try not to ride like that, only because I got a bad temper, man. So you know what I'm saying? You have to be a responsible person, man. It's not the gun that kill people, man. It's the people behind the gun that's ignorant that do it. Now, I'm not, like I said, I am for some type of gun control, man. I feel like there are some people that don't need guns. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and in a perfect world, nobody would have one at all. Then we wouldn't even have that threat. We can go back to smacking people. You remember motherfuckers used to get smacked and shit, slap boxing, smacking and shit, just, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy with the slap boxing? Sometimes they got a little too out of control. You hit that person a little too hard. Now they are ready to pull the gun out. Like, hey,
it can turn real.
I mean, that was a good punch, or that was a good slap. But you know, now the side of my face is making the heartbeat sound.
Right. I agree with that. Am I not putting y'all comments on here unless you have it locked up for recreational use? Yeah. I mean, it just depends, man. I mean, I'm a realist, and here's my reality. The shit that I grew up around and the shit that I know, is better to have it not to have it. Number one. Number two, do I like that we have come to this point to where we got to protect ourselves from other people in that form of fashion? No. Me personally, I wish people could get back to boxing. But let's say, for example, you play that role these days, right? You like, I'm gonna be a goody two shoes. I'm not gonna have no strap. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. I'm gonna try to be the best human being I can. Now that you got into it with a nigga at the mall for some stupid shit or whatever, gas, you at the pump and shit, motherfucker fucking with you, and you about to get into it, and this is what happens. You in that situation to where, yeah, you could try to go at him and be manly, or you could walk away, but motherfuckers don't let you walk away these days like that. I'm just gonna keep it real. It ain't no just talk shit and walk away no more. It ain't like, remember you used to go in a circle, Big Daddy, when you like, well, what's up? What you want to do then?
What you want to do?
What you gonna do then? Hit me first. Cross this line. No,
I remember them days. Hey, Terrell, she actually took it back. She said, dance off.
a dance off.
Yeah. Pop locking.
I'll lose, man. I'll lose every time and shit, man. And there's gonna be that dude that lose that's gonna want to take his ball and go home and shit. Like
good though. But look, at least it's not getting violent though. All you need
I agree.
is the boom box, the cardboard, the Kango with the gold ropes, and let's get it popping. What's up? What you want to do? What you want to do?
Now, once again, that's in the perfect world, y'all. But let's live into the world that we live today. In the world that we live today, the generation has changed. In our generation, my generation, you know what I'm saying, my generation, and let's be real with Big Daddy generation is where the change kind of started to come. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy show a lot of maturity for his age, man. I'm just gonna keep that shit 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I know stupid motherfuckers, man. Like, I know people out here doing stupid shit, ignorant shit for no reason, like just making everybody else look bad. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that it's almost like a car accident when you get insurance on your car. To me, I hate that they make you get insurance because I know how to drive. I ain't gonna hit no motherfucker. But you got to worry about the other people, not yourself in most cases. You got to worry about what they doing. And that's the same situation with gun and gun control. If you in a situation to where you minding your own, and that's how a lot of innocent people get killed. You know, they's getting to the point to where people are suggesting teachers have guns in the classrooms. Can you just imagine that motherfucker walk in the classroom that don't nobody know? It could be a parent that didn't announce themselves for some shit, and they like, hold on, what the fuck going on? Like right in the middle of class in front of your kids and shit. I mean, but you can't blame them for being scared.
Yeah.
With all this shit that's going on. So one of the biggest things in running, and to me, in running and is creating fear, man. Mass fear can create a lot of things because number one, what's going to happen now? You're going to push up people saying, oh, I need to protect myself. No, just like when the pandemic came, gun sales went up, ammunition prices went up, skyrocketed. There was a need for it. Now everybody going broke trying to make sure that they protecting their family. Everybody went and took all the goddamn tissue. Like, I don't know why that was the supreme item for people to hold on to, but yeah, tissue was the deal. So you create a need for something. You know what I'm talking about? You create a need for something. So now you got parents that want I remember back in the day. Do you remember when they first started putting metal detectors in schools?
Yeah, they still do it to this day.
I mean, I'm saying I know they still do it, but I'm saying in my day, I was in that transition where there wasn't none, and then all of a sudden there was there. But the bad part about it was only in my communities where we had them at. I went to both communities. I went to a school called Whitefish Bay, literally Whitefish Bay, and I went to school in the hood. In Whitefish Bay, we didn't have no metal detectors. We didn't have to worry about that shit. We was eating good and shit outside and shit for lunch and shit. But in my community school, we had metal detectors, 2 of them. We had to go past the one in the door, and then you had to we had to take our shit out of our pocket like we was going to the airport and shit.
It's like the airport.
Yeah.
Literally. It's like TSA. Just as soon as you walk in the doors and stuff, they make you take everything off. You got to stand there in that thing. It circles around you, empty out your pockets and stuff. Hey, look, it's just a wallet still. Put it on the tray and just run it through the machine and stuff like that. It's serious. That's what it feels like now. Like
I agree, Richard. This is not the way. So the thing about it is, man, I've grew up on both sides of the fence, man. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't like the way the world is today, man. It's a scary place. I mean, it's always been a scary place, man, but at least, you know, it was certain things you didn't have to worry about for the most part. But this shit been happening forever, man. The problem is that we take it so lightly. You see, mass shootings involving assault weapons or high capacity weapons were for deadlier. Mass shootings that involve assault weapon accounts for 20%. I think we did that already. So far, hey, check it out, y'all. Here's a stat for you. So far, just in this year, in 2022, there have been 27 school shootings with injuries and death. We just hit the middle of the year, y'all. 27. Now, you seen the note that I just the numbers that I just gave you in total. It was 240 over a span of time. Just this year, we had 27. That's
crazy.
And you know, what I don't understand is, and I don't know, man. I guess I don't know what be on people's mind, like what can make, and why take it out on other people? You know what I'm saying? If you got something going on in your life, why take it out on other people? I don't think nobody should take their own life and none of that shit, man. Should nobody take no life, but why take out other people with you, man? I know misery loves company, but that shit is fucking ridiculous. Like I just don't get that concept.
That's
Flu-like symptoms of which diarrhea was one. Oh, well, that could be a possibility. Yeah.
That's $1 million unanswered question right there. Like, why do other people have to suffer because you're not in your right mind or you're miserable? It's the worst. So,
well, I could contribute some of these things, man. I can't remember when it was, and once again, I'm gonna get better at getting my facts and everything as far as years go. But I remember there was a time where there was this movement by the government, our own government, to start putting all of these people with mental illnesses out of jail, out of the hospitals, and just basically putting them out, not funding, taking care of them anymore. So a lot of those people got put on the street. They became homeless people and things like that. I'm talking about people that saying, man, I'm hearing voices. They telling you, dude, I hear a voice and shit telling me to kill the whole room. And they just said, you ain't got insurance? Well, shit. I mean, shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Very.
So, I mean, I'm not going to lie and not say that we are not the cause of some of our own problems in the sense of how we take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? How we treat people, you know what I'm saying? How we treat homeless people, how we treat mental illness. Mental illness is a real thing, y'all. I feel like people don't give that enough attention. That's it's just now starting to come out and get some attention, but a lot of these people, I can't see anybody in their sane mind going to do anything like this. I can't see me and Big Daddy get mad because y'all only watch 2 minutes of a 5-minute video and just go and post doing shit. I can't see that.
Yeah, that would be insane if it gets to that point. Really, then we're some serious trouble if it really gets to that. But YouTube is just like any other social media platform now that I'm learning more about it. And it's crazy because even on other popular platforms like Instagram and Facebook, there have been people that have gotten killed and stuff like that. It's insane how so much negativity is starting to rear its ugly head as time goes on. It's insane. It's like, what happened to just having that positive love and energy and stuff? Too many people I think they're more so upset with themselves than they are other people. So it's like to go and take your frustrations out on innocent bystanders, people who haven't done anything wrong. It's insane. Like earlier today, right before I got off of work, this guy got fired because he ran amok at the restaurant where I valet at, saying a bunch of racial slurs, just inappropriate comments. So they ended up kicking him out. He got fired. Literally like 5 minutes later, just before I'm about to wrap up, cops come up and they're asking me, they're like, look, if you see this guy or if you even notice him around the premises and stuff, immediately inform management and stuff. And then they came out and they showed me a photo of him and told me everything that he did. They're like, be careful because, we just have an impression that he might just come up here and try to just like start shooting.
Come back, yeah.
And so it's like, really, just because you got fired because you decided to just act unaccordingly. So what? Now you want to come up here and ruin everybody else's good time? Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, that shit is weak. I don't
understand it.
Yeah.
But my limit though, Big Daddy, which is what, and I think this is kind of what, man, when I wake up in the morning, right? You know what I'm saying? And I turn on my TV, which is usually on something that's not news. And it's not that I don't want to be informed, y'all. It's just that it's the same shit every day.
Yeah.
I can pretty much tell you what's on the news without even having to watch it.
Exactly.
I'm watching it. At least 7 to 8 people that got killed. You know what I'm saying? Government ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing when they supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, something happened over here and people acting like they don't care. Like it's the same shit every damn day.
Exactly.
To be the richest,
I would never
One
get
of the richest countries in the world. We don't take care of our own. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. And children, bro, like kids, like I said, they hit home. You know what I'm saying? I got a 10-year-old daughter, bro. I send her to school every damn day.
Yeah.
And who's to say, bro? Like, what type of parent can actually have a productive day at work?
Knowing that, you know,
knowing that this is a possibility.
And having to worry and, you know, wonder, like, I hope, you know.
Sickening, bro. It's sickening.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like they're trying to turn shit into like real live action movies and stuff. Like how you were saying earlier with the teachers now having to carry firearms in the class. Could you imagine that shit? And not to be funny, you know, like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, all right, class, you know, what's 2 + 2? Timmy, get down. And then it's like, you know, boom, boom, boom. Now, shots firing through the window. Now the teacher opening the window, bucking back. It's like, yo, like that. Come on.
Well, what do you think about? They talking about that they should, you know, they should start doing training, mass shooting trainings in school.
Mass shooting trainings?
Yeah, like drills. If you have somebody now, most like the schools here in Wisconsin, you got to damn near be fucking government to get in fucking schools during the day. Like they got 3 levels at the door. You buzzing. Hi, my name is. They running an eye retinal scan and shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like 007 in some of the schools.
Yeah,
and it's a shame that it got to be like that, but it don't matter if you got somebody in the school, because think about it. I remember the one shooting where it was a couple of them. Somebody actually let them in the school from the inside because they couldn't get in from the outside. Somebody let them in.
Wow.
So all of those measures that they taken, if somebody opening the door from the inside is not gonna. So you know it's scary, bro. And like I said, with me being a parent, it's crazy because look right now. Check this out. The U.S. has surpassed 200 mass shootings this year so far. 200, bro, this year. As of May 24th, 200 mass shootings.
And that's crazy because the year is not even up yet. We're like halfway through.
We're halfway. At this rate, we looking at 400. Now, mind you, over a span of 9 years, it was 240. We had 200 right now in year 2022. That's a shocking fact. Shocking.
And you know, it's funny because, like, you know, you hear a lot of the kids say that, you know, they don't want to be homeschooled or they don't want to, you know, do school from home and stuff because they feel like they can't focus. It's like, look, what makes more sense? You know, your safety or going to school knowing that this could possibly happen? You could go to school and you probably won't even come back. You know, like, it's
scary. It's scary. It's scary, yo.
It's insane.
Shout out to that Flex. Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you hanging out, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go ahead, give your kids a kiss on the head, man, for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out. Thank you for joining us. Let me drop one more fact, man, because like I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of in my feelings. Like this, we talking about kids, bro. Like I'm really in my feelings right now. Like, and like I told y'all I already ain't got it all from the beginning. Like shit like this made me want to become a vigilante and start looking for people and shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some fucking Marvel Comics shit. You know what I mean? Like for real, bro. Like I'm about to get me a motherfucking superhero clan, and we about to go look for motherfuckers and shit, man. Like bro, these are kids, man. Like kids, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't nobody deserve to die, man. But when it get like, it's something about when it's kids involved, it hit home. Shouts out to Multiversal King is in the building. What's going down?
That's my cousin. What's good, P?
What's going down, bro? Thank you for joining me. Shouts out. Thank you for joining. Now, once again, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link down there, man. If somebody want to come up, I know this is a sensitive subject. And, you know, eventually, I mean, we're going to try to tackle it for a half an hour if it go longer. You know what I'm saying? We're going to switch the subject up, but maybe talk about, you know, it's almost like back in the day when you was a kid and you watched a scary movie and they said, well, don't go to sleep right after you watch the scary movie. Watch a cartoon or something. You know what I'm saying? Watch something funny. Watch a comedy before you go to sleep after you watch that scary movie to balance it out. We're going to do that tonight because me talking about this when it cut like kids, like is just ridiculous. And just looking at those numbers is astounding, and it brings the reality more to the forefront. 200, 9-year span, 240 mass killings. 2022, 200 mass killings, and we're not even into June.
You know what's crazy? I feel like it's only a matter of time before the world really starts to turn into like a Grand Theft Auto type of game. It's,
Real talk.
I feel like it's getting to that point. You're gonna see people pulling each other out of other people's cars and stuff. You know, people getting shot left and right. You know, it's just like it's crazy. You know, I don't want to fathom that thought.
I know it's hard to fathom. I mean, but it's also hard to ignore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like I said, I you know, I'm one person, like I told you, I'm not political. I don't really care about the news and all of that stuff. And like I said, you're right. And the reason why I'm talking about this is my way of showing respect for all of those who lost their lives in all of these events, not only in Texas, but all over the years, including now. I mean, we've had mass shootings here in Wisconsin, Wisconsin, bro.
Where they make cheese.
Right. And beer, sports, and they make deeds.
They make the hardest worker host in the game.
You know what I'm saying? They make the hardest worker hosting the game, so they got quality products here. But I'm saying, like, it's just hitting home. Like, man, I'm just, bro, like, and I know people will say, man, you can't let that get in your mind. You still got to live on. You still got to move on, which is true. But in the fact of the matter is, it's almost like in a relationship. If a couple is in a relationship and they know it's a problem, don't nobody talk about it, they continue to let that problem fester and to the point to where it's like, fuck it, I'm done. That's kind of how I'm getting, and that's how society is getting with these problems. We to the point to where we just, well, shit happens. I mean, that can't be an excuse for everything all the time, y'all. That is unacceptable. I mean, at least to me it is. That is unacceptable just to say, well, man, you got to accept this. Stuff happens. That's life. No, it shouldn't be.
And you know what the most fucked up thing is? Like with a lot of these mass shootings and a lot of stuff that's going on, you believe they're actually saying it's mental health? They're blaming it on mental health. Mental health don't make you do that. That's just straight up stupidity. Oh, I had mental health. So that means you had to shoot up a barbecue or a picnic or a school, killing innocent lives because mental health? Man, please get the hell out of there with that. I ain't even trying to hear that.
I mean, in the sense of what they're trying to say is that the mental illness caused them to lose their damn mind, and then whatever they do is after that. I mean, and I've dealt with mental, not my own mental, but I'm talking about I've worked in those environments. These people are capable of doing some shit, man. They try to stab the orderlies. It's. I mean, there's different levels of mental illness, y'all. There is the normal everyday life shit that nobody ever talked about when we was coming up because, you know, the anxiety, depression, bipolar, none of that shit was, at least in our community, wasn't accepted. Nigga, get off your shoulders, man. You ain't got time for that shit. Doctor, we need to go see therapists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I get if you've had issues all throughout your life. Like you've had mental disability or disorder from birth up until now. Understandable. I get that. But I'm talking about the ones who just have common sense, who are straightforward, just like you and I, that can tell their left from their right, and they're going out and doing this shit. And then
they're trying to claim,
their excuse in court was, well, Your Honor, it was MI. Get the fuck out of here. Stop. Yeah, right. Okay. It was mental health. Yeah, it was mental issues. All right. Well, here's a mental issue for you. Let's see if you wake up now. 25 to life. How's that for a mental issue? Now, we're not. Nope.
I mean, and to be perfectly honest, like it depends on what you meant. Listen, I didn't dealt with a lot of realms of things, you know, whether it's spiritual, you know, religiously, right now they would say these are the times. These are all signs of shit that's to come. Like I said, I'm not a very religious person, but like I said, I'm very spiritual, man, and I do feel like the balance, you know, the balance of chi in the world is becoming unbalanced because just like anything else in life, you need two sides of the fence to make it work. So people will say, well, why can't we have a world with all good? Because it'll never work. It would be no balance. And without balance, it's almost like the equilibrium of the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? How we spin on that axis. If we get anything that's off base, it's over for us.
Yeah, that's like I don't know if you ever listened to that artist Lupe Fiasco from Chicago. Mm-hmm. You heard him? For those who don't know who he is, he's a rap artist from Chicago. His very first album was called Food and Liquor, and in the beginning, the intro, he was actually breaking down everything that you just said about, you know, everything being balanced. He's like, you know, this world consists of two things. You have your good, your bad. You have
Yeah.
your food and your liquor. He's like, with one without the other, it's going to be chemically unbalanced. And I'm like, damn, that's so dope. So like, if you guys get a chance, go listen to the intro of that album.
Wait, who'd you say?
Huh?
You said Lupe?
Lupe Fiasco, yeah.
Yeah, that's my dude, man. That first album, Kick Push. Oh my god.
Yeah. The intro, if you listen to it, he was right after he did his Muslim prayer, he was talking about, you know, you got your good, your bad, your food, your liquor. So for those who haven't heard that, go listen to that first album. And he talks about the same thing that Deej just mentioned. So that's real dope that you said that.
I mean, bro, like I said, I've been studying having my eye open. I don't want y'all to think that I'm fully open, but I am very aware of things, and I think deeper than the average person. You know, and in my view of the world, bro, I'm ashamed of us all. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm ashamed from common courtesy to common sense. We no longer have the things that drove this and made people great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like the things that made people great, we no longer possess. Think about all of the people from back in the day that became successful, took chances, and made the world what it is today. I don't see that happening in the future. I to be perfectly honest, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting it like on everybody in the box, but there are some in this generation that I don't see are going to be great. Like, what's going to happen to all our great people? Where are our great people going to come from out of what's going on?
I say it all the time in my live streams. Like, whenever I have people come in and they talk about how people will, like, you know, discriminate on their channels or hate or throw shade and stuff like that, I say it all the time. People hate on those who choose to be great. They're going to always do that. So, you know, the objective is to not let them, to just disregard it. Keep rising and shining like the sun. Do what you were put on this earth to do. And fuck what anybody else has to say or think. Because at the end of the day, regardless whether they like it or not, they have no choice but to respect it. They're going to respect it. You know,
we got R3AL going to hop on for a second. Shouts out to Joe Gipe. That's
what's going on, Joe? Yeah, she pops in from my live streams and stuff. She's
shouts out, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. I think R3AL said she's gonna pop up for a second. So let's go ahead and now here. This is why I don't believe the mental. Once again, everybody levels is different, y'all. And once again, these are our opinions. So we could agree to disagree. I got mental illnesses, man. I got depression, bipolarness, anxiety all the time. I talk to my circle about that shit all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't see me going out there, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah. You're not doing like Samuel Jackson walking into McDonald's with the shotgun talking about something.
Right.
All right, everybody get down, get on the floor. Anybody move, I'll blow your fucking head off. You know, like, no. Like you might have that same stuff. But
I vent online, like I'll be like, man, I'm tired of this shit. You know, like for example, I got a video that 7 people came to see, and I know the 7 people that came and watched it. And it's a 3-minute video, 3 minutes and 12 seconds, and my average watch time is 1 minute and 12 seconds on that video.
Yeah. I think what the problem is that a lot of people, they haven't found what I like to call like a place of peace.
Right.
Something that is an outlet for them to help deal with whatever is going on. Like for me, if I need to vent, I'll do some artwork. I'll listen to some music. I'll get on my channel and stream. You know, I'll do my podcast. Like I'll do things that I love and enjoy that help me eradicate all the other negative BS that's out there. So I feel like more people need to start focusing on that. Whatever you love or whatever you enjoy, whatever you feel is like a God-given talent or a specialty that will really help you deal with some of the issues and the troubles of the world, like focus on that rather than just resorting to going out and doing something that you know you're going to ultimately regret. That's why a lot of these people, when they do these shootings, they end up taking their own lives because they don't realize what they've done until they've done it. And now when it happens, they know, okay, they don't want to go to jail because if they go to jail, that's it.
So what do you think about the people that said the devil made me do it?
They said, say that again?
What do you think about the people that claim the devil made them do it?
Come on now.
I'm just saying. I mean,
no, not you, but I'm just saying, like, for those who say that, it's like, man, come on. Like, I don't like when people use excuses that they know just don't cut it. They just don't make sense. Whatever. The devil made you do it? Come on now. Like, it's not funny, but it's just like, it's not a good enough excuse. There's no excuse.
There's no excuse. You're right.
I don't. The devil made you do it, or his minions, or none of that and stuff like that. Come on, I don't know. No one made them do it, but you.
Look at these numbers, man. 2021 had 693 mass shootings. 2020 was 611, and 2019 had 417. You talking about almost 2,000 mass shootings in over 3 years, or in less than 3 years. Let me go ahead and bring up Terrell. Shouts out to Terrell. Terrell in the building.
Hey y'all, tired.
What's
Sorry.
going on?
BDB, that was funny. You had me laughing up here talking about she old, but she gotta get her. No, just kidding. She gotta get her nap in. Seriously, I feel so tired, but so my question is, what do you guys think should be done about the shooting and everything? Because I remember growing up, and kids that grew up from like the 2000s and on is used to going to high school, having to like enter this, where they check you. It's like you get checked down and stuff. And I remember being in school and never having to go through that. It was literally right after like 9/11 and then Columbine and all that stuff, where they started kind of like putting all this. It's just crazy. It's just so crazy. So what do you guys think should happen to like prevent people from going to shoot?
That's the thing about this particular subject. It's really nothing you can do. I mean, they're taking necessary shit. The only thing that you could do, even if, think about it, y'all, they saying, well, you need to stop selling guns to people. Even if you stop selling guns to people, you know how much of a market, a black market there is for you go get a pistol for $100 down the street. From
buy one off your friend or your
family and shit. Like, you could get somebody that got a license that's stupid. You can get a dope fiend that's a dope fiend and go use their name and get a damn, like, there's so many ways around this shit. So with that being said, I don't think stop selling the guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like I said, in the perfect world, we wouldn't have no guns, or we wouldn't even have the need for it. But let's be real. You would
JM needs to come up on the panel while he's over there. He's in the chat spitting some truth though, for real.
Yeah,
like he said they took, like, I didn't know they took God is what's the prayer that we said every day in school, to the flag and to God, and like God out of that, and like it's just crazy. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff is happening in the schools right now, and it's like public schools right now, and that's where most of the kids go. And I just feel like everybody is just kind of being like dumbed down, and then social media is not helping, because like, you know what I mean? Like, how is social media helping? Like that, it makes it worse, especially for young girls too, like these boys are, getting bullied and stuff. But then think about the girls. The girls are committing suicide at high rates. Boys are committing suicide too. Like, young people are doing this. So how is it that like our generation of young people like survived all of this stuff, and like now you can see what's going, like I can see what's going on in the world. I couldn't see it before, like really see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different things that could be done with the schools. Will they do it? That's the question. I mean, they can definitely do, get security, beef that up maybe a little bit,
Right.
That's one option. I mean, the other option is, probably just have kids resort to just doing school from home.
Right.
I mean, that's the security officer though. Look, see, here's what, unless they paying them people really well, do you think some security guard officer with a fucking flashlight is gonna stop a dude coming in with a fucking AK-47?
Well, that's what we gotta have.
That's hilarious.
They need the Secret Service type people.
Someone mentioned veterans, right? Like people that were in war before, and like that. Like, but then you don't want them they turn around and shoot everybody too. You can have one of those flashbacks. But someone said put like a veteran or someone that knows how to, like, handle those situations in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, D's thinking like old man Jenkins, the school general is gonna be the one. Like, no. Old man Jenkins is not going to be security. Like, we not doing.
They gonna pull a Friday 3 and shit. Like, take off their shirts and shit.
We need Secret Service. We need the Men in Black type agents. Guns.
But think about it though. So say for example, if you did that, right? Now we giving so much money to a lot of shit. To me, to me, we are one of the countries that spend money on some of the most meaningless shit while we ignore the shit that need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is that although mental illness is not a direct result of what's going on, there are a lot of people with mental illnesses. That also is a start, though. It's almost like when you got that choice. I always wonder like how people start on drugs. Like what made you want to hit that first crack rock? Like what did you say, man? Shit, this weed ain't doing it. I'm need to, you know what I'm saying? Like what was your thought process when you did that?
That's probably one of the reasons, Deeds. People they look for a higher high, like because you start with something like the gunge, and then you want to get that high, and you can't, and you get so used to it that you go for a higher high. So I think that is one of the reasons why people get so deep into drugs and stuff, and then you have outside influences and stuff like that.
I mean, shit happens, man. I don't judge nobody for what they do. I just feel like, I think I've been through, and everybody handle everything different, and it took me a long time to realize that like everybody can't handle shit like you did. I mean, I by now I probably should have been a mass murderer, dope fiend, crackhead,
really,
whatever, with all the shit that I done been through in my life. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you're not. So
yeah, I know, right?
What I'm saying, but we survive, and that's why I guess it's almost like when people be like, "I'm looking for work, I can't find a job." I remember my dad used to tell me shit like that when I was younger. Like, boy, you can go find a job. I'm like, I can't find a job nowhere. He's like, they hiring everywhere, boy.
Right.
Today, literally, jobs are businesses are shutting down because people don't want to go to work.
Oh my God!
It's not that there's not jobs out there. People don't want to go to work.
This is my question though. Like, so how is it that you went through all that stuff and you was able to like come up out of it? But some people aren't. Like some people resort to like killing a bunch of people. Like how is it that you go through, some crazy stuff too, but you get through? Like these are my questions.
Scared of jail. I was scared to go to jail. Number one. Number one, that was my biggest fear in the world for doing anything. Anytime I thought about doing, I mean, don't get me wrong, I did my shit. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to make it through that phase without getting scathed. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But at the same time, my biggest fear was going to jail. Number two, I got too big of a heart. I can't hurt nobody.
Right.
Unless I'm protecting my family. You know what I'm saying? Unless you give me no other choice. So part of my thing is that it's hard to be a thug when you got a heart in a lot of cases.
Right.
You feel me?
I came from them same streets.
You see what I'm saying? It's hard to be a thug and you ain't got no heart and shit. Just like you, how you gonna be an emotional pimp? Baby, I'm just gonna please give me that money. I love you, girl. You looking good and everything. I know I would never.
I don't love these hoes, but I do it.
And I make
no judgment, baby. I came from that same background like these, some same trenches.
That's
and
crazy.
Whatnot. The thing is like for me, I just looked around and I was like, okay, there's only several options, going to jail, ending up dead, 6 feet underground. That's really it. So it's like, you get that revelation early and that epiphany to just not want to do it. Like I was glad I got to witness it early and realize, okay, look, this is not the route I want to go. Just like Dee said, not everybody is built for jail. It don't matter how tough you try to act or how you try to portray. Trust me, like no one in this world is invincible or immortal and stuff. Everybody can be beat. So, you got to think about it. If you can get locked up and going into the system where you got people that are twice as big or twice as just corrupt and just don't care, like you're not going to be ready for that. So,
man, I'm going to be honest, man. One of my biggest fears, like back in the day, I loved women too much. There was no way I could be locked up. I couldn't do it. I couldn't, bro. Like that's hell for me. That's hell, like, no way, bro. I'm just gonna be real with you. That was one of my biggest fears back in the day. Like, man, I ain't gonna be able to. The fuck, like, nah, I can't do that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, me too. I mean, I done went to jail for stupid shit, driving without a license, punk ass shit. You know,
I mean, that don't count. That's
having some but I'm talking about, man, they was giving out 6-month sentences for driving without license, nigga. Like, they was real shit. Like, so I mean, I had little experiences with it, but think about it going in today, right? Think about the fear just right now. That's why I don't break no laws, man. Think about it. Getting pulled over in these days and times, you got possibly COVID in there. You know what I'm saying? You come out with all kind of shit. We didn't have a lot of the shit back in the day that we had to worry about. It was like the detention center was like fucking camp. Now.
And I can tell you right now, there's somebody in jail named Big Daddy too, and I don't want no problems with him.
Don't drop the soap, boys and girls. Just
Yeah.
No, but I'm looking at Richard's thing. This is crazy. He said society is offended by like everything, right? And then what do you guys think about them trying to like stop comedy too? Like now they're going after people for making jokes. Like if they
I think the comedy thing is
really
ridiculous.
Gonna be school.
I think that shit is ridiculous, man. I really think, you know, I think
that's crazy.
I think overweight people, if you overweight, you should be comfortable where you is, and a fucking joke should make you feel bad about it.
I mean, it's just
you at a fucking comedy show. Stay your ass at home.
Jay-Z said it best. Jay-Z said it best. It's only entertainment. So you don't need to be there. Like if someone is overweight, it's not. No one made you get like that. You chose to get like that. You kept doing circles around Popeyes and kept ordering chicken. So you wanted to be like that.
Man, you can't say nothing about. Listen, man. Words that we could use back in the day, which meant literally nothing to us. It was just, you know what I'm saying, funny shit. These days will highly offend and get you fucking. You have all kind of letters after you. Y'all heard what I said. Y'all have all kind of letters after you.
There's a couple people that's been bullied. Joe and Richard said they were bullied in school. Were you guys?
I was too. I was bullied when I was younger. Seriously. And so I got tired. So look, here's the deal about a bully, y'all. A bully is gonna continue to bully you until you stand up for yourself, and that's even as an adult. How many people
in their lives?
How many people have had a boss that talk shit to them or whatever the case may be, and then for example, I do customer service. You talking to a customer, they talk the shit to you, blah 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 blah, and you just like, hey man, look, you ain't gonna be talking to me like that. If you want my help, and some people just sit there and take that shit. I'm not gonna take that shit. A bully is only a bully until you let them know you're not gonna take that shit.
Right, that's true. That's true.
And then they be like, they'll respect you. They do that shit because they don't respect you, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Richard, do you feel like that's why you have like mental issues? Like, I'm really concerned. Do you feel like that's why you have mental issues now? Because childhood stuff really stick with you forever, you know.
I mean, look, man, I am. Sometimes that shit is in your genetics, man. I'm a Gemini. I'm naturally in my feelings about everything anyway. I get mad at the drop of a dime, and I'll love you at the drop of a dime. It goes both ways, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I got that balance, but to this day, my mental stuff, my anxiety, all that shit drive me to be the hardest working host in the game. That's what that does. It makes me excel at everything I do and try to be number one. I'm like Monk and shit. I don't know if y'all ever used the word Monk. I'm a germaphobic. I hate fucking sneezing. You fucking sneeze. And this was before the pandemic. They'll sneeze around me and shit, man. Like I'm one of those people. I'm real. Get your fucking sick ass away from me and shit, man. I don't play. Like I'm real funny, bro. I'm funny. I'm funny, bro. Like
I wear a yellow hazmat suit.
Like, on the real, I'm about to be like, I come to the party and shit.
Like,
I
wear a hazmat suit before COVID.
It works at the chemical plant. That's these. Oh, nice Halloween costumes. I want y'all to think I was laughing at what they were saying. I was laughing at what my cousin said because he said,
we not
about Nasty Nate."
He said, I just said I tried to stand up for myself, but it don't work. You know what? And I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I definitely want to. Let me not just say that normal shit. It don't work for everybody, man.
He said that they don't listen.
No, what it is, I'm sorry. I missed your comment. I have seen certain situations. Let me not say that work all the time. It just depends on what type of person you is and how many of these bullies you got to deal with. Because if you're dealing with one bully, you might be able to, put the hands on them and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like this, man. My day, if you had a problem with somebody, y'all fight. And if I felt like I got my ass whooped and I felt like it wasn't over, every time you see me, we gonna fucking fight, nigga. Every time until I win and shit, so I feel good about the outcome. That's how it was. But I wasn't running home and grabbing no pistol like, nigga, this nigga to beat my ass in front of all the women and shit. No, nigga, we had respect. I mean, back in my day, we had rules. So if you had a problem with the next man, you get in the circle, you fucking battle it out, and you shake hands after that shit, and that shit was done.
Oh, I ain't shaking no hands.
Oh yeah, man. We had rules to that shit. No. We had rules to this shit.
I can't shake your hands after you done lump me up, and I still want to fight, bro. Like, nah, I don't.
It's almost like, so. For example, when you slap boxing, somebody just smacked you hard and shit. Do you? I mean, you gotta be like, all right, man, we cool and shit. You know, we good.
Unless we getting paid to slap box, I'll shake your hand. But
I never used to like the slap boxing thing, man.
I had my fair share of slap.
I used to get my feelings, bro. Like for real, like
Yeah, I mean, unless we getting paid to slap box, I'll shake your hand and stuff like that. But I've done my share of slap boxing today. I mean, I don't know what my record is. I know it's not. I don't have more L's than W's. I can say that much. But yeah, I mean, with bullying, honestly, I think, though, you gotta remember too, like those same people that are bullying you have been bullied. So it's just like retaliation for them. But see, they do it in the wrong way. It's like instead of standing up to the ones that are coming at them, it's like now you're going after people that you have no business going after, knowing that they're not going to do anything bad, or they're going to get to the point where they do something bad, but it's going to be like regretful on their end. So it's never a good thing.
It's just some like I hate soft booty ass people, man. You motherfuckers want to come fuck with people that you know can't put hands on you, but when that motherfucker that really can get with you, you don't say shit to them though. You know what I'm saying? Just like dudes that put their fucking hands on women. You fucking sucker ass dudes. You putting hands on women and shit, but a dude like me come in your face and talk shit to you ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, dude.
Man, we good and shit, but you will go home and smack up your lady and shit. You bitch. Look, man.
Hey, D, I want no problem.
Feelings about shit, bro. I get in my feelings about shit, bro. Like I don't play that shit, bro. Like,
hey, D, it's just like that scene on Friday when what's name got his chain snatched, Red, and then he ran off and stuff, and then Devo left, and they was like, what Chris Tucker say? He's like, he only do that on people that he knows.
Right.
He some guys around the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
You were trying to shit, and then that's true. They not gonna do that shit from around the corner, man. It's funny when you see the bully get bullied. And 9 times out of 10, that bully it probably been bullied by somebody else and just taking it out on you because you the weakest link. And that's fucked up, man. Like I said, and it don't always work to go fight that bully. Sometimes, I mean, and like I said, violence only begets violence. Let's keep that shit real. That's true indeed. But at the same time, see, like in my generation, once again, it's a generation. I would not tell y'all to do the shit that we did in our generation. You can't just go and smack a motherfucker and challenge him.
But you know what? This is the thing. This is the thing, actually. Bullies, the thing about bullies, it's crazy because this is what they're going through on the inside. You know what I'm saying? They bully because they feel so terrible. They walk around and they feel like crap every day. Like they feel like crap. And they want to project that out until the easiest person they can project it onto so they can feel big about themselves. So that is the bully thing. But then at the same time, the person that you're beating down on, like that affects people. So it's like, it's just a terrible cycle. And most of the time, the people that are bullying and doing all this stuff has like some crazy stuff going on at home. So I feel like it's like a cycle of just like.
But what do you think after seeing all this shit that's happening? Because like they said, that is true. Most of these people that's doing this shit have been bullied in their life. They didn't had it. You didn't. Matter of fact, this way, a lot of the times in some of these situations with some of these shootings, the literal agenda was, I was being bullied. The kid just got beat up that day at school, or talked about, or humiliated in front of somebody, and he done left school. And that's almost like if you in a club drinking and the motherfucker say, get into it, and they say, oh, okay, I'll be back. I'm getting the fuck out of there. I mean, I'm saying you gotta be. I'm getting if a dude in the club, big daddy, are you gonna sit there and continue to drink? If some dude say, all right, I'll be back, yo. Yeah, I'm out that bitch. I'm gone.
I mean, it depends on, because sometimes when they say that, they're already in a state of intoxication. So half the time they ain't coming back.
Where I come from, people don't say that shit. People don't say that shit up just to be saying that shit. Where I come from, people don't just say that shit. If they tell you they coming back, nigga, they coming back and they letting loose. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you.
Oh, no. Look, I come from the same hood like you. Yeah. I've just experienced, like, not everybody comes back. You have to really, like, read between the lines and look. Like, if they're in a sober state and they're dead serious, okay, they're probably going to come back. If they're like,
never heard nobody say that they didn't.
I'll be back. And then they do all of that. Then one eye is bigger than the other and stuff. I'll be back. You wait right here. And then, you go out after the club and close, and that same person says he's going to be back is asleep. Oh, I thought you was coming back. I was.
When I got bullied, I came home crying.
I'm here, ain't I? Yeah. You're here, but you're asleep, though.
Like, Joe, like I said, Joe, I feel for you.
Yeah, I know, right?
I hate that people are doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate people do
And
shit
Richard
like that.
too. I agree with
Richard
that.
too, man. Like, man, you know, well, you know what? Maybe we should get like a Bullies Anonymous and shit, man, and had like we could put together a superhero clan and shit. Just call us if you're getting bullied, we come handle it and shit.
Hey, look, I finally figured out to this whole bully problem and the whole thing with school and all that. We need to get those Men in Black type of guns. What's that one gun that Will Smith had that was real tiny, but it had a hell of an impact? I think it was called the Noisy Cricket. Because remember, Tommy Lee Jones, they had that gigantic.
What you gonna do with that little gun?
Yeah, remember Tommy Lee Jones? He had that gigantic gun. Because what's the guy's name? Zed. He was like, "Get the kid a gun," and he's like, "Yeah." He's like the X1 Titanium 50, and Will Smith's like, "That's what I'm talking about." And he gave him a little piece. He said, "Noisy Cricket." He's like, "Hey man, no, you get the X12 Titanium. I get it." He's like, "Oh, you pointed it away. We'll break this damn thing." But you saw what happened when he shot that gun.
Yeah.
Took out a whole truck and stuff like that. He was flying all over the place. So
I've never seen Men in Black.
JM, that's real shit. That right there, what JM said, that is real.
Or
people that see this happening to people and they do nothing about it. Bro.
Nowadays, I feel like even more like people are not trying to get involved. People ain't trying to die. They shoot people out here, y'all. They carry guns.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
They playing around. When I went to Louisiana, let me tell you, when I went to Louisiana, we got in the car with the Uber guy. He says, "Man, these young boys around here, they're not playing around no more. They used to fight each other in the streets. Now they just carry a gun around under their arm, and if you piss them off, they shoot you just like that." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, that's happening."
That's the way of the world.
Look at somebody like not even wrong. They ready to just shoot and stuff like that.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Flint, Michigan in the building. What's going on? Flint, Michigan Gaming. What's going on, bro? Thanks so much for joining us.
So either we get those little tiny guns like Will Smith had in Men in Black, or we get that what's that device that they have that they were flashing and everybody lost their memory?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like a little device, Terrell.
The memory something. I know
it like zaps you.
No,
it zaps you, makes you
in front of you,
flashes, and you lose
all your memory from that point on. So everything that you remembered from when you were born to that very moment is gone. So
that's what needs to happen to the whole world.
Yeah.
Okay?
So,
you
basically have a whole new identity. So if we can invent those things,
right
when somebody's trying to like, you're ready to pull that trigger, we just pull it out, just flash them. Like, your name is Steve. You have 401k plan, a country club membership. You work at Shady Acres Golf Club. So you need to head that. Like, that's basically just give them a whole new identity and stuff.
Right.
You see them just put the gun down. Like, my name's Steve.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. That I would, before this past pandemic, I would say, well, let's try to homeschool the kids. But parents have dealt with that, and that shit is not gonna work. Homeschooling sucks. We not prepared for that shit these days. I mean, I wish I could. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the most frustrating situation. So it's like, you know, I would love to. I mean, before the pandemic, I probably would like, man, I'm just gonna take my daughter out of school and homeschool her. But I mean, reality, I still got shit I need to do. That's not gonna work. So, like, what can we do? Like, mass shootings in general, you know, big events. You know, what can people do to protect themselves? Because that is always gonna be a target, a big event. Anything that's happening now it's to the point to where I'm a sports lover, yo. I don't want to go to baseball games, football games, because you fucking never know and shit. And people say, well, you can't live your life that. Yes, you can. You know what I'm saying? Once again,
well, they got like beefed up security and stuff.
I mean, you do have to beef up security, but for example, subways. A lot of shit been happening in subways.
Yeah, no. Did you guys hear about the lady that got pushed off into the?
Oh my God, no, I didn't hear
about that. The guy just walked behind her and pushed her.
Wow.
And he was like, mental illness. Fuck, everybody has mental illness.
Guess what? I'm grabbing his leg and I'm pulling him down there with me, and we going out together.
Crazy. You can't even think fast enough. And then I saw this thing, and oh my God, some of the stuff I can't take. Like Richard is saying, like, you know, the world is messed up. You know, I feel like I'm protected. There's so much crazy stuff going on. I totally agree with that. But some of the stuff I can't watch is I'll just start crying. You know, like I would start crying, like, because I could just feel it right away. But I was watching this one video of this guy in Atlanta, and some some guy just walked up. The guy got out of his car, was walking into the store, and some guy just walked up behind him and shot him in the back of the head. Right.
Wow.
There's a homeless guy sitting on the corner. The homeless guy looks over, sees the whole thing, shakes his head down. Then the guy that shot him walks off, looks at the homeless guy, keeps walking, goes. He robs the guy first, and then he goes. Right. Now let me tell you, it's not over. The homeless guy gets up. He's walking off. He looks at the guy, shaking his head like unbelievable. 2 other people come up, rob the guy on the ground dead. They come up and rob the guy. Another lady come up, check the guy. I'm like, what the hell is this? That's like
just oblivious to the dead body. Just finna.
They're robbing the man. Like the man just got shot in the back of the head without even knowing that it was gonna happen. And then everybody's robbing him, and it's just like that was like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like. That is the world, like that's happening in the world.
I ain't gonna lie, JM. If shit ever go down, like I'm a big, I really feel like at some point in time, like I'm one of those people. Don't laugh at me, man, but I really believe like one of those viruses is gonna really cause some zombie type shit in the future, and I don't want to be in the city if anything ever dropped down.
No,
I feel like something eventually is gonna happen, y'all. And I would love to get out the city. I've been trying to get out the city. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, even if it is a zombie apocalypse or some type of virus or whatever the case may be, if there's anything that go down, if all the lights go out, like remember this big scare of the Y2K scare where all the lights go off, all the bank accounts was gonna reset and shit. People were getting guns back then and shit. Imagine if the world went dark today. No lights, y'all. I'm talking about no power, no electricity, no internet, no nothing. How do you think we would survive? What do you think this world will turn to? I think there'll be a lot of
disaster, like even worse than what it is right now.
Horrible.
You go back to the caveman era. That's all. I mean,
it literally would be like watching the Discovery Channel, but like in real life. Right?
We going back to caveman era. It's gonna be woman, wheel, and plugs and all that stuff like that. It's gonna be the Flintstones.
Oh my God! Lord have mercy.
We driving cars with our feet. It's gonna be that.
Man.
That's crazy.
But look, that whole zombie thing. I'm not buying that. Like,
man, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you.
Me neither.
I'm gonna tell you something now. As far as the zombie thing, no. But as far as a virus being spread, I mean, it don't necessarily. I mean, look at COVID, for example. There's this game that I play. You remember the Division? You a gamer? You remember the Division?
Of course.
Do you remember the storyline on how the Division started? Yeah. Some doctor came and put some drops on some money, and they put the money in the bank. And then it was Black Friday. Black Friday, they was exchanging money with this virus on, giving the money out. So every time a customer go buy something, they get this change with the virus, and that's how the virus spread.
Yeah, I remember. But I mean, that wasn't a zombie thing, though.
I'm saying, but a virus is a virus. So whether it's called a zombie apocalypse or whether it take your life, I'm saying there's going to be some type of, let's just put it like this, there's going to be some type of warfare. Warfare that's going to cause issues eventually, bro. It's going to cause issues.
I'll put it like this: like, if I'm not buying the whole zombie apocalypse thing, the only way I'm going to buy it is if I walk outside right now and I see Michael Jackson resurrected with the whole cast from Thriller, and they start doing it, then I'm convinced. Okay, now I mean, I ain't gonna front. I might do the dance with them, but I'm gonna keep a distance. Though, before I get bit. You know, I'm gonna be 6 feet apart. Dance with them. Like, this is some scary shit, but I mean. I love that song and that video so much that I just got to do my thing too, and then I'm hauling ass.
Oh, that's hilarious!
Remember how they started walking towards the girl, and then they broke into the dance.
I'm gonna hold a GoFundMe, yo, for these. I need a special shelter. I fuck what he talking about. I need when shit go down. I want to make sure I got my bunker and shelter ready somewhere out in the country. JM, I'm coming with you, bro. Right, huh? I have a spot for Deej. You already got a spot in the country, off the grid. Shit, I'm with you, bro. I'm right there, bro.
I think that's why it's a good thing to buy land to like.
You're gonna do you getting your fallout on, huh?
Bro, I'm not gonna, bro. Listen, I'm one of those thinkers. I think I really believe that one day shit is gonna hit the fucking fan. And here's the fuck up part about it. The truth of the matter is that back in the day, we used to, you know what I'm saying? People used to fish. People used to hunt. People used to, you used to get taught these skills. Can you imagine what would happen with today's generation that don't even know how to cook?
They would die
without fast.
They would die and they would kill each other.
Can you imagine what would happen to this generation if shit hit the fan?
Hey, why you think I got all the box sets of the Flintstones? I'm researching and watching early so I can learn. I'm learning how to make a car and drive with my feet.
Okay.
I watched the real like Flintstone movie and stuff where they had the puzzle pieces that were money. I'm learning.
I love that cartoon.
Early. So
I'm a conspiracy theorist as well, man. I try not to get too deep because people be like, "These the fuck is you on?" But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, at the same time, I think having those thoughts in your head will always make you aware to make sure that you understand the situation and looking deeper than what's just in your face. Just like now, nobody probably knew that we didn't have 2,000 mass shootings in 3 years. Let me say that number again, y'all. 2,000. So 365 days a year times 3, that's roughly over 1,200 days.
Wait, okay, so what's the numbers again? What did you say? 2,000
mass shootings in 3 years since 2019.
That's probably all in Chicago alone. You know, they have like mass shootings like every day in Chicago.
Man,
we went to Chicago. My husband had a conference in Chicago, and he's like, "You know, the city is very dangerous." And I'm like, "Where?" We are downtown, of course.
He was downtown,
but it's like
it's right on the outskirts.
As soon as you get out, yeah, and it's a big place, and it's like as soon as you get outside of, you know, the downtown area. But I heard that it's like seeping into the downtown areas too. Like, but what, you know, it's just the world is just crazy right now. It's like mad.
You know,
there's no love. There's no love. That's why. There's no love in the world.
But as long as we spewing love, man, like the only thing that we can do,
y'all.
I mean, basically to sum up today, man, the world is fucked up, y'all. As much as we hate that and try to hate to admit that these things don't happen, these are a concern. What can you do to protect your child? The only thing you can do these days to protect your child is to make them aware, make sure that, you know, like I used to tell friends, you know what I'm saying, when we used to go to parties and shit, I wasn't the type of dude to just party freely. I was always watching, seeing what's going on. I'm one, I don't, man. I grew up in a different, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around, I done seen shit. So once you start seeing shit and peeping game, you know what I'm saying, you have to balance that good time with making sure that you also aware of what the fuck is going on around you. Because you know what I'm saying, that one slip, that 1 minute that you're not paying attention can end your life.
You know, that's crazy. Oh, you got it. You say it. You can say it.
That's what they got to do. That scene in the second Addams Family movie when
Addams Family Values.
Yeah, Addams Family Values. Letterman and Wednesday, they all got in trouble. And what the counselors did, they sat them in that little cabin and made them watch all the Disney movies. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. They was like, "Oh my god, just please make it stop. Just make it stop."
The old Disney movies too, not the new ones. God.
Bambi, Aladdin, they were like, "Stop it! He's only a child." And Pugsy looked all like petrified, like, "What the hell's going on?" And she was like, "Don't worry, we'll get through this." He was like, "Yeah, but it's Disney."
Y'all, the next real talk, I think we're gonna tackle movies. You know, I think we're gonna lighten up the mood. I'm really upset by this conversation, y'all. It may not seem like because we sitting up here having a good time, but like I said, I got a 10-year-old daughter, man.
That's okay. So what did we say was the answer to the question?
The only thing that you could do is make your children aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that, you know, as far as when it comes to bullying, like I said, maybe that is bad advice. Let me take that shit back. In my day, the best way to handle it was to step up to that bully. These days, motherfuckers got automatic weapons and pistols and shit, and a bully be like, "Oh, you." So you, the only thing that I can say is use your best judgment on who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Know how to protect yourself, and then sometimes, man, hey, don't be afraid to fucking try to walk away from the situation if you can. Same thing for just like you got an abusive husband and shit. I know it's hard to get away. But y'all got to find a way, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to get it yourself about that situation, man. Talk to somebody, talk to a teacher, talk to a parent, talk to a friend. Let somebody know what's going on, man. Bullying is real shit. You know what I'm saying? And bullying leads to shit like this because that ain't nothing but a bunch of bullies. Anytime you go in a fucking school with a bunch of kids and you an adult, nigga, you an adult.
The guy was an adult that killed the kids?
He was a fucking adult. What was he, like 18, 19 or something? How old was he? Is Minion sleep again? Is she out of there?
She's probably tired.
No, she there. No, she a minion.
He's like,
look,
how old was dude who did the shoot?
4 words: Men in Black weapons, memory eraser, and the noisy cricket. Give me both of those, ain't nobody creating no more problems.
So did you guys hear what actually happened? Because there's like a lot of different stories, but they said that the guy that shot the people. So I guess he shot outside at first, and someone went to go look and see, and they left the door open for the guy. Well, they left the door open, and the guy came
what
through.
I just said.
That's crazy.
And then he said, and then one of the teachers heard the shooting too, and she went to lock the door, and that's when the guy came in as she was going to lock the door, and he said, "Aha, look at here, it's time to die," and he started shooting them all. Right?
Wow.
Isn't that like that's like freaking hardcore? And so I guess they were joint rooms too. So he went from one room to the next room, but why wouldn't they get out as soon as he like moved to the right? But then they're like, they were kids. They were like 8, 7, like they were kids. Like
they didn't know. Maybe they need to put safe rooms. Maybe they need to put safe rooms in schools. Some type of. I mean, at this point, because 9 to 19, you can't get out. But if you got a safe room, you hit the base to a panic room. You know what I'm saying? As
soon as you hear anything,
anything that's going down, everybody hit that panic room. You lock up until the police get there, or whatever the case may be. Like something got to be done, man. Like I said, as a parent, I am terrified every day sending my kids off to school. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is fucking horrible, bro. Like, but I can't homeschool, so I'm stuck in between the rock and the hard place. Like, what do you do? Take away their education, and you know what I mean? Like, you can't live your life in fear, but at the same time, it's almost like you got to avoid unnecessary conflict if you can, man. I was raised like that. If you can avoid unnecessary conflict, be aware of your surroundings, man. Always be watching the shit, man. Don't ever get no place unless you at home. Don't ever get no place to where you just too comfortable to where you're not seeing motherfuckers move and doing shit around you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be aware, and I'm telling you that from experience. You know what I'm saying? If any of y'all never been robbed before, that shit is not a good feeling.
Yeah, I've been robbed.
You know what I'm saying? And that's come from not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Because thinking the world is, you know, peachy keen and shit. You let your guard down for a minute, and then next minute you know, hey, what's up, man? What's time? Let me get all of that shit. Like I told you, as a child, I was shot at over a starter jacket. You know what I'm saying? So like I done been through some shit, y'all. Like life is real. So and I hope that some of y'all don't have to experience some of the shit that I done seen or been through. You know what I'm saying? And it's just rough. But to sum up what we talked about in the last hours, man. Be perfectly honest, this is one of those situations where it's out of our control. I do feel like stricter laws with certain things can help, but it won't totally deter people being able to get those weapons. I definitely think maybe doing something, you know, like I said, a safe room in the school, maybe doing some type of training, like Big Daddy said, maybe having, you know, ex-war Marines or something in there. Not nobody that's 85 years old. What the fuck he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was you that said that, like, make it seem like old man Jenkins was gonna like snap off his group.
Like I was in World War II and shit. The fuck out of here, man. Like I'm talking about.
Like Jenkins, you got a week left to live. Like sit your old ass down.
I need a G.I. Joe. Like
somebody get Jenkins his defibrillator.
But I mean, the only thing you can do, y'all, is talk to y'all kids, and you know when you go to some of these events, man, just watch, pay attention. I don't want to make you paranoid, nigga, but watch motherfuckers with bags and shit. They, you know, watch motherfuckers carrying bags and nigga, if it's fucking 80, 100 degrees outside and they got on a trench coat.
Oh my God, get out of my head. I was just about to say that.
You remember Beverly, was that Beverly Hills Cop? Or was that 48? Where he was dancing and shit. They at the strip club. He was like, all right, Tiger, I'm gonna need you to see that dude at the bar there. He was like, it's about to be a robbery and shit, bro. He was like, how you know? He said, man, it's 100 degrees outside. We in California. He got a fucking heavy ass trench coat. It's about to go down. I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna holler at the brother and I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna need you to let Rosewood know what's going on and shit. We finna stop that shit. Before he knew, he was like, what the fuck going on? He already disarmed the motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of your, that's what I'm saying. Watch. Be aware of your surroundings. You have a good time and be like, yeah, that dude over there. I don't know.
There's that one person that's like you at a nightclub or something or a lounge, and it's that one person in the corner just standing playing the wall. He's been sitting there that whole time. Sorry, he hasn't budged. He hasn't went and got a drink. Went to the bathroom. Yeah, it's time to go. He's playing. He's just holding on to that wall a little too long.
Too long.
Yeah. What about that one? Remember the guy that shot up that club? The club went in there and went in the bathroom and was just shooting all the people. That's like crazy. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. So I wanted to say, like, I don't think they should completely get rid of guns though, because like, what about, people that are living, what if someone come to rob somebody's house and people that has a right to carry the weapon is just trying to protect themselves? Like, what about those people too?
I don't think you should get rid of guns, but what I'm saying is, I don't think they should be selling automatic weapons. Number one, I don't think they should be selling AK-47.
I think it should be harder for kids, just random
to get that. I feel like you got to go through a rite of passage. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you got any type of issues, if they check your record, you didn't been in any type of mental health program, you should have to go through a program to get. I feel like there should be a wait period. I shouldn't be able to get off of work and be like, nigga, I'm gonna go get me this AK with the beam and shit, nigga, like right after work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you finna go get a McDonald's Happy Meal and shit, man. I'm finna go get the AK with the beam and shit, yo. Like with the, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it should be stricter laws when it comes to that. But I will not take. I feel like it is everybody right. Me myself, nigga, like you ain't never gonna take all the guns from people. So I would rather have mine than not have it. I'm just gonna keep that shit 100, y'all. My mom wasn't no punk and shit. Try to rob my mom when she was here, y'all. You will catch some hot ones. Like she didn't play no fucking games. Like my mama was like Madea. Like y'all, if y'all ever seen him in Madea, she don't play shit. Oh, nigga, you got the wrong one today, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying. So I come from a long line of not playing no motherfucking games with people. And if you gonna pull that pistol, nigga, you better use it.
I got 2 super soakers underneath my bed, and I fill both of them up with scalding hot water. Who want
it? Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today, man. We about at an hour and a half, and I think we gonna go ahead and let everybody rest tonight. I definitely like the topic, the top. Well, I ain't gonna say I hate the topic that we tackled today. I'm just glad that we was able to talk about it. And this is one of those things where nothing we say is gonna be a rightful solution. The only thing that I can say, y'all, is like I said, make your kids aware of these things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wanted their kids to be living in a fairy tale world. Oh, we don't want to hear cursing. We don't want them to see naked. And dude, stop putting y'all kids in fairy tale land. So when shit like this happen, they don't know what to do. You fuck around and you live them, you graze them up in a fairy tale world. Then they get 18 and you shit them out in the real world and they fucking shell shocked.
I feel like that's what happened to me and my sister and I. Like we grew up. I mean, we grew up in the hood in Louisiana, but then we moved to California and we stayed inside in high school. Like I didn't date in high school. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything in high school. I was like, we would watch movies with my mom like all the time. That's what we did. She would cook for us. We didn't go out to eat all the time. Like my mom would cook and make everything. So she would, even when we started working, she would bring food to our jobs. Like, and then all of a sudden, someone took us out to Castro in San Francisco, and there's all these gay people walking around, and we're like, what is going on? Like, we were like completely shocked. Like, I was like, what is guys kissing guys? Like, what is this? I kind of felt like
y'all kids, man.
I felt like it was wrong. Like, I felt like something was like wrong, but it was like a whole nother world, like, so.
That's why I said make them aware. I be telling them, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like people be like, why you talk? Listen, man, I keep it 100 with my kids because I want them to be able to recognize shit like this. I want them to be able to recognize a motherfucker trying to take advantage of them, or if somebody gonna rob them. I want them to recognize that the world is not sunshine and rainbows. Nigga, like it's real shit going on out there. And if you're not aware, and you could be making a vital mistake. So once again, man. Shouts out to my guest, man, Terrell. Give it up for Terrell. Give it up to Big Daddy. Big Daddy put in 13 today and still came on the show and was able to hang, man. I appreciate you. I love y'all, man. I love my circle. Thank you so much for tackling into this topic with me. Be looking forward to some more real talk. I definitely like this panel. Y'all be looking. Y'all see this format? Y'all gonna be seeing this on all of our channels a lot, man, because I feel like we own something right now. We out here. So once again, you guys, don't forget to check out DeesvilleMerchShop.com for your merchandise needs. Check out Terrell Merchandise, Big Daddy Merchandise. I'm your host, Deej. You already know, the hardest working host in the game. Anything y'all want to say before we head out?
Don't drop the soap. Nasty Nate waiting for you.
Yeah, and anybody that's not me, that's going by the name of Big Daddy, be on the lookout for them too. Watch them.
Daddy, you gotta collect call from Big Daddy. I mean, I just seen Big Daddy on Real Talk. What the fuck?
This ain't Big Daddy. No, you hear them on the phone like, yeah, but I don't got no beard though. Like, oh God, don't accept the charges. Don't accept them.
Hey, man, I love y'all, man.
Or you know, I say that real sinister voice. I shave my beard off.
I shave my beard every day and shit, every day. Oh man, there go the tear. I was trying to get not one tear and shit. Damn it, Big Daddy, you fucking did it. All right, man. Thank y'all so much for joining us today, Terrell, Big Daddy. Shouts out to Deesville Music that you heard in the background. Make sure you go ahead and check us out on Friday Night Karaoke. We got the debate table. We got the Battle with the Beast going on. We got the karaoke contest going on. We got Deesville Music the show. We got Life coming back and shit. We got new albums coming with Andy Styles and Sharon Gary. Man, we out. Cheers. Catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.